So we'll starting off with associative property of addition. The sum of three or more numbers will be the same no matter how numbers are grouped. That is, if you add one set of things and then add the other thing, it will give the same result as the other way around, right? So the first question, so I'll associate 5 plus 6 first, and the same question I'll associate 6 and 10 first. Yes, of course you guys know that it's the same answer, but when it comes to the actual application, you guys struggle with that. So get the idea proper, get the whole concept proper, then all of this will be simpler. So 5 plus 6 is 11 and 10 I'm just copying, and the entire thing is 21. 5 plus 16, right? 6 plus 10 is 16, and we have this to be 21 again. Oh yeah, the next one is multiplication. Associative property of multiplication. The product of three or more numbers will be same no matter how the numbers are grouped. Okay, so here we are looking at 5 into 6 into 10 and 5 into 6 into 10, right? I'm going to group 5 and 6 first, and then over here 6 and 10. So here the product is 30 into 10, which is nothing but 300. Here the product is 5 into 60, and here too it is 300. Is it not? So however you arrange multiplication and addition operation will give you the same result. Now if you have negative number, how do you go about? See, negative number within the bracket, it's not subtraction, it is negative number, right? So depending on the association, you will subtract, if not add. So again, two ways. So I'll associate 3 and negative 5 first. So negative 2 plus 4, and this is nothing but plus 2. And on the right hand side, I'll associate 3 and 4 first. This is nothing but 7, and the difference is 2. Quite simple, right? So negative number 2 follow the same thing. And multiplication doesn't matter because you guys know the product will be the same and the sign obviously will be the same. So here if I associate this 2, I'll get negative 15 into 4, and this product is negative 60. And here I'll associate 3 and 4 first. I get 12, and this in turn will give me 60 again, right? Okay, so when we come across fraction, it's the same. First we will associate this part first. So LCM is 4, negative 5 plus 1 plus 3 by 4. This is negative 4 by 4 plus 3 by 4. So LCM is 4, and negative 4 plus 3 will give me negative 1 by 4. Right? Quite simple. Okay. So on the other side we have negative 3 by 5 by 4 plus, I'll associate this 2, and here negative 5 by 4 plus LCM is 4, so 3 plus 1, so negative 5 by 4 plus 4 by 4, and here to the LCM is 4 negative 5 plus 4, this is negative 1 by 4. You can see they are the same thing. So it doesn't matter fraction or anything, you'll get the same thing. The next question, multiplication, negative 5 by 4 into 1 by 4 into 3 by 4. So negative into all of this are positive, so we'll get negative answer. 5 ones are 5, 4 4 is 16 into 3 by 4, this is negative 15 by 64. Okay, negative 5 by 4 into 1 by 4 into 3 by 4. So we'll associate 1 by 4 and 3 by 4. So negative 5 by 4 into 1 into 3 is 3. 4 into 4 is 16. So final answer is negative again. 5 into 3 is 15 by 64. You can see again it resulted in the same thing, right? It's quite simple, but the when you use it and where you use it can save a lot of time. If not, no one will be introducing this to you, or I won't be doing this, right? Why will I be doing this if it's of no use to you? Is it not? So there is a reason to it. I've given few examples in the next set of slides. So we'll have a look over there. Anyways, let's continue. Just 2 quick questions. It's not difficult. So I'm waiting for you guys to pause and try it out. So it's in the first question, it's given that the addition between these two numbers, and post that if I add it with 1 2 3 4, I'll get 9082. And next they have given, we have to find 2515 plus 5333 plus 1234. So what is the sum of 5333 plus 1234? Well, actually you need not do that. The sum of all of this is 9082 itself, because addition operation does follow your associative property. The next question. Here too it's quite simple. Same set of numbers, just the nature of association is changed, and thus we get the final answer to be 6549060. Okay. So this is where I'm talking about the application part of this. Using commutative and associative property to solve this set of problems. So let's start off with 2 plus 13 plus 8. So guys, it's a simple question again, yes I know, but again learn to apply the concept. Just don't, I don't want the answer. I want you guys to think about it. Why is that we have to do this, and how is that we have to do it? Try to pause and try to apply commutative and associative law over here and think about it. So we are looking at 2 and 8 will result in 10, is it not? So I want to do that first. So for that I need to shift numbers. So as per commutative law, I can shift these two numbers. So this is 2 plus 8 plus 13. This is as per commutative law property. Then I'll associate 2 and 8 and I'll get 10. This I did as per associative property, and then the final answer 23. So point was, you can see clearly that it's much convenient to add 2 and 8 first, and because adding 10 with any other number is quite simpler than adding anything else, right? So a similar logic. With a similar logic, try to do this question. So we are looking at 15 and 36 to be shifted, or let me shift the other way around. So I'll shift 15 and 4 and 36 will be there itself. This is as per your commutative property. And now I'll add 4 and 36. Right? And finally we have 55 as your answer. So being smart over here is what is required. Now we'll use associative and commutative law when it comes to multiplication. So we are looking at 5 into 4, 5, 6 into 2. So what to do over here? We can shift things around. Again, shift and then take the product. You know that it's convenient to multiply 5 and 2 first and then multiply that product with 4, 5, 6. Yes, you can do it mentally, but again, we'll just show it to you, right, step by step, so that you will remember. So I'm shifting 2, and here it is as per our commutative property. And then I'll take a product between 5 and 6, which is 10, into 4, 5, 6, which is much easier to multiply. Is it not? Right? So this is much easier to multiply, and that is your answer. The next question. Write the question down. So we are going to shift this to around, so we have 643 into 25 into 4, right? So we can associate 25 and 4 first, so that is 100. So this is as per commutative, post commutative we have this, and post associative we have this. So we have 64300. See, this is how you have to be smart about all of this. Okay, few more questions. So we have here a negative term. So clearly, what is convenient to do over here? Which is the one which is convenient to do? It's convenient to subtract 1 to 1 with 21, because, well, it will give us 100 and it's easy. So first thing is, let's shift things around. So we have 1 to 1 plus of negative 21 plus 1436. This is as per commutative property. And now we will associate things. What will we associate? This to. So it's very clear, this will result in 100, right, plus 1436, and you guys know what to do, is it not? So next one we have fraction multiplication. I know it's a bit tricky, you might not be able to figure out at one go. Just have a look. Use your common sense. So let me write the question down. What is the very first thing we have to do? We have to make use of wrong. You have to decide on the sign. So negative into negative into negative is negative 1 into 40 by 9 into 7 by 11 into 81 by 80. So next step is I'll use commutative. So we have -1 into 40 by 9 into, why am I using commutative? Can you at least think about it now? Yes, it is much easier to solve this than to solve the other part. Why? Here I can cancel 9 by 9 and 81 by 9 and I'll get this answer. And here I can cancel 40 by 40 and 80 by 40 and I'll get this answer. So -1 into 1 into this will be 9 by 2. Actually the product of this is 1. So let me write that into 7 by 11. So you can see that I have just kept -1 out, right? And I have associated the middle two subterms. And then finally the answer. So you have negative, this is 63 and this is 22. Done. Question type from your textbook. So I have two such questions. Very simple. I'll give you, just pause the video and try it out. Quite simple, right? So we have the same set of numbers that has to be there to lead us to the same answer. And because multiplication obeys associative property, I don't need to, and commutative property, I don't need to think too much. I can just write the number. Here too, it's on a similar line. So this answer is 244. Okay. So last one bit and then you guys can go. Stop. So we're looking at, we have positive and sorry, not positive, we have subtraction and division, right? So you can see over here how I have associated. The numbers are 6, 4 and 5. Positive 6, 4 and 5. Positive 6, 4 and 5. Okay. So they're not negative, they're positive 6, 4 and 5. And the operation between them is subtraction. And here we have, let us see what answers do we get. Of course they won't be the same, but let's check, So we have here 6 minus of -1, which in turn is 6 plus 1, and the final answer is 7. Now we're looking at the second part of it, the RHS part. 6 minus 4 minus 5. So this is 2, -5, and this is -3, right? Because positive and negative subtraction, the difference is negative signed result, difference is 3. So they clearly are not equal. So 6 by 10, is it same as 10 by 6? No, it's not. So 6 by 10 in the reduced form, it is 6 divided by 2, 10 divided by 2, as HCF is 2, so I can do this. This is 3 by 5. While my other term is 10 by 6. 10 and 6 again has 2 as their factor. So I can divide with that and I have 5 by 3. Clearly they are not equal, and so division and subtraction does not lead to the same answer when we associate in a different way. Subtraction and division will not result in the same thing. So the trick here is that you need to learn is, if you have big set of numbers, something like this. Please do this, at least in your head you have to be doing this, right? You're taking away the subtraction and putting in place addition and then shift things around. Without that, if you shift, the answer will be wrong. Like some people I've seen, not a lot, but few situation comes and I've seen some people doing this. That is, they shift 100 and they keep the negative wherever it's there. And you have 66 being shifted over there with the positive sign being there itself. This is not at all right. Okay, so when you associate a sign with the number, then shifting around, the chances of you guys making a mistake is very less. So this will be negative 66, negative 43 and negative 64. I'm looking at the numbers as negative. So when I consider the number as negative, shifting things around, multiplying things around, so it is much easier. So this is the trick. If you're able to understand whatever we just learned in last 2-3 minutes, you pretty much learned the important trick to calculate things faster, right? Okay, so one last bit, that is your distributive property. That is pretty much introduction to your next topic of solving linear equations or any other kind of equation. Distributive property is the next thing.